Hey guys, it's Rico4 here, or Rico for short, and today I have another League of Legends match, this one featuring Xerath. On my team I do have an Ashe, me playing Xerath, Caitlyn, Nocturne and Alistar, versus a Katarina, Vladimir, Caitlyn, Lux and Shaco. Oh, bit of lag there. So I do have playing Ashe, the Pro 42, who is from Skynatius, pardon me. You'll probably see him in my other videos. I'll put the link to their channel in the description, as I always do. But yeah, I did take some harass trading back and forth. This Caitlyn, she was going to stay around, but I was going to recall so I could be there at full health before the minions spawned. And yeah, sorry, I should point out, sorry that I haven't actually been making any videos recently. I've just been spending a lot of time studying in that, as I do have exams at school right now, but after that it should be pretty calm and hopefully I'll be able to upload some videos. So as you can see, I am on full health and Caitlyn is now down a bit over 100 health. And Alistar's going to be doing the same thing. He did recall, I believe, I'm not too sure. Well, there was a bit of a problem. This Caitlyn on our team, she didn't actually buy any items, so we were a little bit worried on what she was going to actually do. Normally you'll see people do this, they actually buy items later. Ooh, sorry, a bit of lag there. Just sort of skip forward. But yeah, so I am trying to harass this Caitlyn pretty low while actually using my Q while trying to farm as well. So that will actually lead me to his abilities. His passive is Ascended Form. Xerath feeds on Arcane power, making him increasingly resilient to physical harm. He converts a percentage of his ability power into armor. This makes him extremely tanky against enemies such as this Caitlyn, this Shaco. Yeah, not much on this team, but yeah, basically it's pretty good if you're against, say, a heavy AD team, because then you're I'm really lost for words. Then it makes you more sustainable in lane. Right, so his Q is Arcane Pulse. He fires a long-range beam of energy, dealing 100 magic damage, and there it is right there. It's after a brief delay, and it has a fairly long range, as you can see. And it's great for harassing. As you can see, I have got this Caitlyn really low. Maybe I could try and land a Q and then... oh, she is really low. Okay, so his W is Locus of Power. He immobilizes himself, and after about 0.5 seconds, he is granted... Unfortunately, there was a bit of a problem here. I did use my W and then try and use my E and Q combo, which I'll talk about in a sec, but she was just out of range on my Q, and she did use her heal at the end, so that was really unlucky. I could have killed her, it's just that heal at the end that got me. If I had popped my Ignite, I probably could have gotten her, except that I was out of range, so it wasn't able to reach her. Right, so after you get out of Locus of Power, you actually gain a quick movement speed buff for a few seconds. His E is Mage Chains. It basically marks an enemy and deals damage, and marks them with something called Unstable Magic. And any next spell that Xerath strikes his enemy with will stun them for a brief duration. So Caitlyn's really low here, and she is trying to push against my tower. I am going to use my E, miss my Q. I have my Ignite on, and I have the movement speed. Will I be able to get her? Yes, the movement speed able to allow me to chase up to her and land one more Q, and able to take her down. So his ultimate is Arcane Barrage. It's similar to that of Cogmore's, except that it does have a cooldown, a fairly long cooldown, and it actually will allow you to do 3 quick ones and before it goes on cooldown. And it has a really long range that paired with your W makes it really great for just poking at the enemy team, say if you have blue buff and you're pushing on their turret. Okay, so Vladimir here chasing our Ashe player. Unfortunately, the Pro 42 did die, and Vladimir was able to get away with Vladimir using his pull to go under the turret. So there was a bit of a trade and forth, back and forth here with me and this Caitlyn. She is level 6 now, so she does have her ultimate, and I did just hit level 6. So I was a little bit afraid that she might be using her ultimate if I was to get away on low health. So I did pick up a Doran's ring, and when I did die, I picked up Boots of Speed and health pod, I believe. Unfortunately, I have used that health pod, but okay. So a bit of harass here. I am almost going to kill her, but I am so I'm not going to be able to get enough mana to use my ultimate to take her down. She is pretty low though, so I believe I am going to recall here, try and get the advantage. Normally, it says cooldown reduction boots, but normally you would go sorcerer shoes. It's just much better. As you can see, I did buy it just there. I'll just lock that. Okay. Rod of Ages, good item on him. He does give him that catalyst and the sustain, as well as the ability power. Normally after that you just want to build standard caster items, so Rylai's, Rabadons, Void stuff, pardon me, stuff like that. So I was going to pop down my E, pop down my Q, use my ultimate. She is really low, and I'm going to miss that one, unfortunately. And she should be here around here somewhere, but she is past the turret, unfortunately, so I am going to have to let her go. She was really low though, but I have pushed her out of the lane. So Caitlyn was able to get a kill on the enemy Shaco, and unfortunately we couldn't get the Lux as she did flash away, but her flash is down, so that was going to help us out later, or help bot out at least. So Nocturne using his ultimate as he saw Lux, and able to launch past the turret and then be able to pick up the kill on that Lux with not much trouble. Okay, so once again, Vladimir chasing after our Ashe. He is going to get the kill on Ashe, but Ashe is going to kill him. Alright, so Nocturne did come up top, I believe, for a gank, and he is making his way down to mid. Maybe he'll be trying something, I'm not too sure. This game was a fair while ago, so I don't remember all the details of it. This was about when he came out. I did buy him, and yep, here comes Nocturne. He is going to get the fear off. Unfortunately, I wasn't here to actually do anything, and she is going to just get away. I probably should have come in a bit earlier, but I didn't actually notice Nocturne coming down. This was before I was too map aware, but so I'm going to flash in, use my Locus of Power, use my E, use my Q, probably, oh, she's really close to death, and I am going to chase up, use my ultimate, and oh, she's really low. I have got Ignite on her, and will she be able to die? Doesn't look like it. Unfortunately, I was under her turret, so she was able to use the turret to her advantage and get the kill on me. Unfortunately, our Nocturne player did go past as I was trying to do that, so Just unfortunate. So when I did go back, I did pick up a Doran's Ring. I just wanted that a little bit more ability power and mana regen. Mana regen is actually a pretty key item on Xerath. Yeah, you don't really want to spend money on items such as Tear of the Goddess and that, but it's just good to say get blue buff and that, as he can be pretty mana consumptive. But it also does give him health, and because of that ability power, I do have extra armor now, plus 19 just from that 40 ability power. This is probably a bug, but it does say that our Caitlyn is level 1. That is obviously a bug. So Nocturne and Caitlyn going after this Shaco and Lux. Lux is going to be able to get away, but that Shaco wasn't, unfortunately. Well, fortunately for us, unfortunately for him. So he was able to get the kill. So a lot of harass going on me right there, and against this Caitlyn. We are both pretty low. I am going to use my Locus Power, use my Q, and she is really close, but she is going to be able to get away. Meanwhile, up top, our Ashe was able to get a kill on the Katarina. I believe that was his first kill. No, he has actually had 2 kills before. I probably missed it before. The one when Vlad was chasing him, now I remember. Also, I've noticed something, a lot of casters, they actually have a high base damage. See, as you can see, Xerath 79. I've seen one, I forgot which one it was, but it had, like 100. If you could just tell me, put on the comments below why that actually is, I am not too sure. Right, so I was standing in this bush. I probably should maybe use my W than E and Q, but I did want to wait till she was at the turret. Here I am going to use my Locus Power, use my E, use my Q. Unfortunately, I am going to miss the sun, but I am going to be able to get my ultimate. Unfortunately, I did miss 2 of them. I am going to use my Q as well. I probably should ignite her. Yep, there it is. So I am going to be able to use a Q instead and then take her down before she was able to use her ultimate. Unfortunately, the turret was almost about to kill me, but I was able to get away before it did one more hit. So I probably should recall now, which I am going to do. I am on pretty low health. So Shaco here, getting chased by our Caitlyn in our jungle. Not too sure what's happening. Caitlyn seems to be chasing. And there he is, and our the enemy Shaco did actually pick up the kill, but here comes Nocturne. Will he be able to do something? You can see that his trail has hit him. He is going to go after him. There he is, and he's going to be able to pick up the kill on Shaco. So when I went back, I did pick up an amplifying tome, some health pots, and a mana pot. The mana pot was obvious, as I did say earlier. He was pretty mana consumptive. Unfortunately, our Alistar did die up top, and Vladimir is going to get a double kill on Ashe and Alistar. The good thing was that Ashe was able to get a kill on the Vladimir. Vladimir probably taking some turret hits. So I believe the amplifying tome was to build into a, it doesn't show up here, but I believe it was either to build into a Rylai's or a Void stuff. I'm not too sure. I think a Rylai's first. I didn't really bother with a Rod of Ages actually. I was able to get the stun here on the Caitlyn. Unfortunately, I did miss once again the last 2. I have got a fair amount of harass on her. I did use my crit, use my ignite. I am going to be able to get the stun on her and able to get enough burst to take her down, and me just barely surviving. Sorry for the mix-up of words. I haven't actually done this for a while, and I am just a little bit hazy. So I did decide I was going to stay around, just use my health pots and my mana pot. This was I believe in the patch where you can actually stack health potions, so it really did help. Okay, so now I believe I did have enough for something, and I was going to recall. Oh, and there's Lux. Here she comes for a gank. She is going to be able to get her slow on me, but it's not going to be enough. I am going to stun her and just walk back. And that is the great thing about Xerath. You can just throw down your E, throw down your Q, and then able to get away. Your stun from your E does work with your ultimate, as I have probably shown it before, and it just really helps if you do miss your Q, as basically Xerath is all skill shots except for his E and W. His E is a target and his W doesn't really count for anything. I should point out his Locus of Power also does actually not use any mana. So Nocturne able to dive under the turret to get a kill on the Shaco. Meanwhile, I believe this turret will go down. Yep, there it is as well. Ash was able to get a kill on Katarina on top. They are chasing Vlad. He has had to flash away. Will he be able to die? He has been slowed. And it looks like he'll be able to get away. So I did pick up a blasting one, so this was either to build into a void staff or a Rylai's. Unfortunately, our Alistar did die up here straight after the Ash died up here, and that was really stupid. Both of them did just foolishly try and go after him, underestimating the power of him. And that was me failing completely with a Q. Normally Vlad's really powerful, especially with his pull. He can just go in it and then he'll be untargetable, and it's just a real pain in the ass for versing him. But I did notice that he was actually not building anything except a Warmogs. Right now he's only got a Warmogs, and I was a little bit curious about this. So Caitlyn for some reason did come mid to do something. I'm not too sure though. And by the way, this is the before the patch that nerfed Caitlyn and some other of the AD casters. Not AD casters, what am I talking about? Range DPS. So Alistar chasing after this Katarina here. I'm not too sure what he's doing. Unfortunately, there was a bit of harass here. I was almost low, Lux Laser almost killing me, but Caitlyn was able to get the kill on the enemy Caitlyn with with the other Caitlyn's ultimate. That's a bit confusing. With the other Caitlyn's ultimate almost killing me. Okay, so mid was gone, and this turret is really low. We decided to push. Lux was pretty low as well, so we didn't think that she would have a chance to actually help save this turret, and there we go. It did just get taken down. So that was going to help in our favor. We do actually have 2 turrets, I believe. Yep, 2 turrets, and we are 4 kills ahead. So I was going to go after this Lux. She is really low, and Nocturne's going to zoom across the map and able to pick up the kill. He is really low though. I have stunned Caitlyn, but unfortunately she is going to be able to get the kill on him. But I was able to get able to kill the Caitlyn using my ultimate. The good thing about his ultimate, it does a lot of damage, and it actually can be cast up to 3 times. So it really does help with the enemies getting away, as it does have a really far range. Right, just on a different note, not League of Legends based, I did, and here comes Vladimir trying to gank me. He does have actually level 1 boots, so I knew he wouldn't be able to chase me. Either way, I just used my E, used my Q, and then walked away. And I believe I'm just going to be in this bush. No, I believe I was trying to go after him. I did see him go top, so I was going to, I don't know. And Alistar able to get the kill on Katarina with Ash getting an assist. Vladimir going after our Alistar, and then now being forced to run away. He is really low. Lux able to get a kill on Alistar. and the Ashe, and meanwhile Caitlyn was able to kill the enemy Caitlyn with me getting an assist. So a bit of back and forth there from top and bottom. Unfortunately, it was a 2-for-1 top and 1-for-1 mid. We were winning, and the reason for that surrender vote, and you would actually see it's the Pro 42. I only just realized that it was actually there. Lux. Unfortunately, I did go into my locus, so I wasn't able to chase after her. Nocturne's going to chase after foolishly and probably get himself killed. I'm not too sure. But the reason the Pro 42 wanted to surrender was because he was bored of playing. They don't really play this game anymore, people from Skynatius. And Caitlyn just taking random turret shots for some reason, and actually going to die to the enemy Caitlyn. I'm not too sure what she was doing. Probably didn't notice. And yeah. So yeah, I believe near the end of this game, the Pro 42 was going to go AFK. But that wasn't going to stop us from trying to win this match. I'm not too sure what I'll pick up. We'll see. It was either a Void Staff or a Rylise. I believe it was a Rylise because I did want the slow. If I did miss, say, my Q and I had my Mage Chains on them. Yep, there's the Rylise, so I was going to buy Rylise. So before what I was saying, I did want to bring up. I will most likely be getting the Elder Scrolls V Skyrim, the new game that they from Bethesda Studios. I'm not sure how you say it. Please forgive me if I've said it wrong. But if you're interested in so I will be getting this game around Christmas. If you are wanting to see gameplay of it, just leave a comment and I'll probably post some of that, and tell me if it's too late to actually post videos of it, because I don't know, Christmas, it's a while away. If it's alright to actually still show some Skyrim, I wouldn't mind showing it, even if it is a little late. I was able to get a kill on the Shaker as this team fight erupts. Nocturne is going to go after the Vladimir, unfortunately die. Vladimir is pretty low, and not much happening here. Caitlyn, the rest of the team going after Caitlyn. Unfortunately, Alistar did headbutt her out of our range. So yeah, just leave a comment below if you would like to see gameplay of it, even after Christmas, because I'll probably not be able to play it till then. And so I was going to try and go after this Caitlyn. I did flash. No, I didn't flash. I did exhaust what I believe was, yep, Caitlyn. And I am going to have to flash away, but able to get the kill and get away. We did take down mid turret, and the rest of the team's just grouped up around here, trying to push to get to this inhibitor turret. Lux is really, really low, and Nocturne's going to zoom across past the turret, and then pick up the kill. And Vladimir is going to try and get this Nocturne. Nocturne's pretty low. He is going to use his Dustbringer to try and get out, but he is really low, 30 HP, 20, and unfortunately that red buff that Vladimir for some reason has is going to be able to pick him off. So when I did go back, because I was fairly low, and I did pick up a blasting wand. I believe this was to build into a Rabadon's. Rabadon's standard item for any caster. I'm not too sure what this Vladimir was building. Probably a Hexic Revolver, as normal Vladimir players do, as for instance I do. I know I do, but then I could be different. So unfortunately, Alistar is going to have to be forced to use his his ultimate here. So a bit of a team fight going on here. Alistar's really low, and then Vladimir's going to be able to pick him off. That Caitlyn ultimate going after me, but it's not going to do much damage. I do have 102 armor. and that's going to take back a lot of damage. So unfortunately Ash did rush in there and just die, and so did our Caitlyn. Vladimir's coming. I am going to try and recall before he goes into this bush, and it looks like he'll just be going back. So Nocturne going pretty low here, I guess. Yep, there he is. And will he be able to survive? He's on 40 HP. And unfortunately, Caitlyn's going to just be able to pick him off. Meanwhile, Caitlyn's Shaco's really low, and one ultimate, I believe, was able to just take him down. I did use one ultimate on the minions, and I am going to use my ultimate and a Q to take down the Katarina, as she was really low, and Xerath's burst is just amazing. So Alistar using his ghost to try and catch up, to try and pulverize, to smash him down. I was chasing for some reason, then we decided to go after this Vladimir. He was pretty low. I have stunned him. There's the Caitlyn ultimate. Not going to do too much though, as he does have a Warmogs, and he is pretty tanky. So once again, Lux is really low, and we are just going to push her out and be able to take down this turret. Caitlyn's going to come in here for the teleport, while Lux tries and uses her ultimate. But I'm going to just use my E, use my Q, and take her down really quickly, as she was really low. Going to try and focus down this Caitlyn. She is pretty low. One of my E's able to get her, but unfortunately I am going to die right here. And I did actually have a legendary, which is past godlike killing spree, while Katarina does pick up a triple kill on the Caitlyn, Alistar, and Ashe, with our Nocturne player able to survive up top. Yep, so I do think that I was going to build into a Rabadon's. If I was building a Void Staff, then I would have already bought it by now. And once again, the Pro 42 going to try a surrender vote, but everyone's just going to say no. And I should be getting my needlessly large rod in a second. There it is. So I was building a Rabadon's. So a big minion wave pushing bot. We probably should have sent someone down to get it. And as you can see, yep, so here comes Caitlyn. Meanwhile, there was a bit of an engage here. Nocturne did use his ultimate. I haven't used mine yet. Ashe was able to get a kill on the Shaco. Unfortunately, Lux is able to take down our Nocturne. But I am going to use my ultimate, use my E, use my Q, and then basically use everything like a caster does. Take down the Katarina. Unfortunately, it was a 3-for-2, and that was a 4v5 situation, and we did get 2 kills but lose 3 people. If our Caitlyn was here, we probably could have taken more and got more survived, but unfortunately that wasn't happening. So enemy Caitlyn pretty low here. I'm going to use my E, use my Q, and just demolish her health, taking her killing spree. And now we're going to be able to chase after this Lux. She is pretty low, about 600 health, and we're just going to back off here. So like a boss, I am going to do 1v3 here, use my Arcane Pulse, use my E, use my Q, and I'm just going to have to actually flash out of that before I died. But before I record, I just wanted a little more gold or to stay around a bit. I did actually need a little bit more money to get my Rabadons. I'm going to use my Locus of Power, use my E, use my Q, try and stun the Katarina, but it is going to be too late, and unfortunately she was able to kill our Caitlyn. Yep, so I was going to recall now. I do have enough for my Rabadons. I am going to pick that up, and we'll go from there. So our Alistar player getting chased here, having to use his ultimate and use his ghost to get away, but they're not going to be able to kill him. He probably wouldn't have needed to blow his ghost, but it's better to be safe than sorry. So yeah, I did pick up a Rabadon's right now, and I am just going to try and help save this turret. So Shaco really low, able to just get demolished. Unfortunately our Alistar did die, he was pretty low. Meanwhile this Caitlyn is getting pretty low. Nocturne's going to go after her with that Ashe ultimate, very nice Ashe ultimate, I might compliment. Nocturne's going to get the kill on the enemy Caitlyn. Unfortunately Nocturne's going to go down and they're going to try and chase after us. And unfortunately Ashe walking into that laser, and I believe Vladimir just tanked that ultimate from Caitlyn. So I did get down this Vladimir pretty low, but then came Katarina trying to shunpo and then use her Death Lotus, but then came Caitlyn scaring her off, and I actually did manage to get away with about 800 plus health. So here comes Vladimir. I am going to use my E, use my Q, use my ultimate, take him down. He did have a godlike killing spree, and unfortunately the enemy Katarina is going to kill me and actually start a rampage. The good thing was our Nocturne player was able to push bot and take down the turret, and Shaco is going to try and get our Nocturne, but he is going to get feared. It's a 1v1 here, and Nocturne's going to be able to take him down. And I believe, yep, here comes Lux, going to try and get her. Here comes the enemy Katarina for the teleport. Caitlyn did get a kill on our Ashe, unfortunately, and Lux is also going to kill our Nocturne, so that was really unfortunate, but yeah, what can you do? Pardon me. So when I did die, I did pick up a blasting wand. I believe this was to build into a Void Staff. Good item on all casters. Unfortunately, they did take down our middle turret, and Alistar trying to get that blue, but the enemy Katarina is just going to take him down with the help of Lux. So here comes Caitlyn versus Caitlyn. Caitlyn's pretty low. Here comes the Lux laser, unfortunately taking her down. I'm going to use my E, use my Q, just to destroy her health, and unfortunately I wasn't able to get that Lux. She is going to flash away, but that was pointless as the enemy team was here and they would have been able to save her. So we were able to get top turret thanks to the minions, and now we are ahead 5 turrets to 3. We are ahead 30, oh no, we're actually losing in kills 31 to 36. And once again, before our Ashe did try and surrender for some reason. So I'm going to use my WEQ, but Shaco's going to be out of range for my Q. I believe that's the only time that's actually ever happened, able to get my E and not my Q. So there's that AFK be right back from Ashe. He was actually just saying, yeah, I'm just going to go AFK for the rest of this match, tell me how it turns out. So I did have my mage chains on Shaco. I did miss my Q, but I did use my ultimate, and he did get stunned. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to follow it up. But Nocturne able to use his ultimate, able to launch himself across. Lux really low, 400 health, but so is this Vladimir. He's going to get headbutted out of the way of my Q by the Alistar, thanks for that. And instead, Alistar's going to pick up the kill, which I thought was unfair. So this Caitlyn really far out. We were able to just demolish her health, and Alistar once again is going to pick up the kill. So we were going to just take this inhibitor and just demolish these minions, and I'm not too sure. Yep, so I believe that Alistar was going to tank this turret, and we were going to take it down. Yep. Fortunately, Alistar not that good of a tank right now. He is actually... Oh, and I noticed I did actually demolish this Lux's health, so I was going to try and go after it, but I just needed to get out. Unfortunately, I did die here. Nocturne did die, the turret taking down some of his health, and then I believe Lux got credit for that. Alistar just died to the turret. So yeah, when I did go back, I did pick up a Void Staff, extra magic pen, ability power, just key. 153 armor. This is just from ability power. As you can see, I actually do have quite a bit of ability power, 436. So 15% of that is going to be a fair amount. So yeah, not much happening now. We did decide to just group up mid and try and push. Meanwhile, Alistar was going to go top to try and clear out that minion wave. Alright to send Alistar, I guess, but we probably should have just sent someone else, such as, say, Nocturne or someone. But, nevertheless, we did actually just clear it. Now, we did think that that they might have been going for Baron, and yep, sure enough, they were going for Baron. So I'm just going to use my E, use my Q, stun the Vladimir, so me and Nocturne are going to try and get out. So yeah, unfortunately they did get Baron. So Nocturne going to use his ultimate, try and engage on the enemy Vladimir, but not going to be able to. So I'm going to use my Q, use my E, not my E, sorry, use my ultimate. And we were able to just demolish Caitlyn. We are chasing after this Lux. She is pretty low. If I could maybe flash WEQ. Nope, she was out of range. But Nocturne able to try and dive in, try and get this Lux really low. Instead we decided to go turn around and go for the Katarina. Once again I did get her godlike killing spree. And yep, here comes Vladimir trying to get this Nocturne, getting a bit too greedy. I am going to use my E, use my Q. Unfortunately I wasn't able to stun him, and he is going to just get away. But the fact is we were able to save our Nocturne, and he was just a bit too greedy there. Good thing about Xerath, you are able to actually stand out of turret range and just nuke him without getting turret aggro. It is really good for pressuring them on the turrets, and we were able to take down one of their Nexus turrets and hopefully soon take down the rest of it. So Caitlyn here was getting chased by Shaco. Not too sure what's gonna happen. Caitlyn really low here. Here comes Alistar getting Shaco really low, and Shaco's going to go down really easily to the Alistar. I think I'll just speed this little bit up a bit. So there was a Nocturne ultimate somewhere chasing after the Lux. She was pretty low, yep, 300 health. Meanwhile, I did get ulted by Caitlyn, and it did around 300 to 400 damage. Not much, but it did also waste their ultimate. Our Nocturne was also able to pick up a kill on Lux. I am going to use my ultimate here, use my E, use my Q, try and focus down this Caitlyn. Unfortunately, she did take me down, and we were able to take down Vladimir. The rest of the team was focusing him, but I was trying to focus this Caitlyn. And she is really low, and Nocturne's going to be able to pick up the kill and take her down. Here comes Katarina. Alistar's just going to shut her down, and Nocturne's going to be able to pick up the kill. So I did buy a Blasting Wand and a Negatron Cloak, so... And a good thing right now, their Vladimir did disconnect right now, so it was a 4v5. This was, I believe, to build into an Abyssal Scepter. I did notice a lot of the team that dealt damage was magic damage. This was before the Nocturne did DC. Nocturne getting a kill on the Shaco, but really low here, getting turret shots, going to be able to dodge around that Lux ultimate, and Lux is going to just die to Caitlyn and Alistar. So now we've got basically an ace on them. Took down an inhibitor, took down the Nexus turret, and that's going to be GG. We did take down their Nexus now. So guys, I hope you enjoyed that video. Please leave a comment on rate, like, favorite, subscribe, all that jazz. Leave a comment on who you would like to see who you would like to see me play next. There we go. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I'll see you in the next one.